Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is a foolishness chat, a gossip chat, a just things going on in the news chat. Okay, I was supposed to be here at 8:45. I'm about an hour early because I am okay, but I hope everybody is having a great Tuesday. You know, it's Taco Tuesday, Tequila Tuesday. It could either be Titty Tuesday, whatever Tuesday you want it to be. It could be Touch It Tuesday. I don't know. But again, whatever. But hello to all the live watchers. Thank you to all the ones who will be watching the replay. There is a few things to discuss, okay? Even the newness of T.I. fussing with a comedian, okay? But first, let's see. Hey guys, don't forget to like the video as you come in, please and thank you. Okay. Hello to everyone. Hey chat, so I have to catch it live. It's my work from home day, so I ain't gotta drive in traffic and listen. Well, I'm happy about that. Okay. Hey. Hey, what's up, y'all? I hope all have had a terrific Tuesday. I hope so too. Okay. Tuesday is one of the best days because it's not Monday. Hey everyone. Hey gang. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Don't forget August. I didn't really put August in my notes because I feel like is he worth discussing? First of all, I am here. Okay, let me am I here? Yes, I am here. But I have to take that off the screen, honey. I be forgetting what I be doing sometimes. But boom. Okay. Ignore my little work bag and my lunch bag. I went to work today. I ain't moved it yet. Won't leave be. Y'all know to, subscribe. Okay, y'all know to like the video, comment, share, relax, center, inhale, all these things here. But I want to pop on. So I was speaking about this comment with August again. I did not put August in my notes. I seen a notation how August supposedly made a song, and in the song he's some kind of way referencing the entanglement, some kind of way referencing how people try to cancel him. I don't think anyone tried to cancel August. Because I don't feel like when August came out speaking about him and Jada that he was like on a successful train doing things. I mean, he is August Alsina, won't take that from him, but I don't think anyone tried to cancel him per se. So that's why I was like, yeah, I don't need him on my list. I seen a little note of it, and I was like, sir, several seats over there, because making a new song mentioning any of this to me is just attention grabbing, okay? But we're gonna leave that be. But hello to more folks coming in. Tequila and tacos, okay? Hey. August ain't worth discussing. I put this lipstick on this morning going to work, and I have ate some fruit, I ate some chicken, I drank some water, and it doesn't look as fresh as I would like it, but I'm happy that it's still looking good enough to be on camera, okay? Because that's what it is. He's trying to make some money off of this ridiculous situation. He is. And while I do have one little part about, should I just get on some wheeling up? I'm awake. Because, I try to give about 5 minutes or so to let folks get into the room because YouTube sometimes be so slow letting folks know that I'm here, okay? I'm over the Smiths and whoever's tied to them. This is the thing. As someone who covers the news, I can't really be over things because it's topics to talk about, it's things to discuss, and it's all conversational. So while I'm not going to talk about the slap per se, but other things that happen because of the slap, and those things are things I have to discuss because that's what I do. Okay, now we won't go into depth about it. Okay, we're not gonna go all deep down in the jungle about it. But again, it's things that I will have to mention. Okay, that part. Anyway, but now I don't have no photos. The only photo I have is this one, okay? With Cardi B deleting social media, Tory Lanez been arrested, Blac Chyna still suing them kids, Kanye out of Coachella, T.I. versus the comedian. So these, you see the photos? You see what's going on right here? Okay. So these are the things we're going to discuss. I just didn't feel like pulling up pictures. I didn't feel like editing things and make it look all cute and little cutoffs or whatever. I'm really been aggravated by my lunch bag and my computer bag sitting right there. Okay, it's really aggravating me, but it's there, so what? Anyway, it can be what it is. Let's see. Finally caught a live. Are you going to review Housewives of Miami? Also, Young African Rich show on Netflix. No and no. I did not watch Housewives of Miami when it was on Peacock. I'm not gonna watch it when it's on Bravo. I didn't watch it the first time it was on years ago. Housewives of Miami just doesn't do it for me at all. I have not watched the Young African Rich show that's on Netflix. Will I talk about it? I may do a car conversation since I'm driving back and forth to work now, but I would not be doing no episode by episode review. It just may come up in conversation, okay? Because tomorrow driving to work, I may do the Black Ink Cruise, and if I'm not gonna watch it by tomorrow, so we're gonna say no. Did you catch the upset with Lil Wayne and Reggie Upper in the situation? No, not at all. If they were fussing at the Dreamville stuff, no. To my knowledge, that wasn't anything recent. I know that happened years ago when Wayne was saying this to that. So I don't know about that. I got T.I. fussing with somebody else, okay, but not him fussing with Lil Wayne or Reggie. But let's go into what I do have. And what I do have is some banners to show what we're talking about. Okay, first up, a funeral in a nightclub. Would you go to it? Not, well, if you did, you don't have no choice. However, okay, there was a funeral in a nightclub. Okay, so a Maryland rapper, I guess his name was Goonew, it's Goonew. I was like, that's different. So he had a funeral in the club. And I was like, now, I do not have any photos, okay, because I don't have time for that. He was 24 years old. He was a rapper. He was shot and killed 2 weeks ago. And they had his body in his funeral at a club called Bliss Nightclub, okay? Now the nightclub did not know the person's body would be there. All they knew was someone rented out the location for a service, and then surprise, they showed up with a body. Okay. Now I was like, what's wrong with people? Okay. So there was video, and you see, this person's body, laid up, standing up or whatever. I'm like, does he have a phone in his hand? But his hand was just different. And it's a club full of people for this. Look, this is 24-year-old's funeral. This is the weird thing. His mama said this how he wanted to go out. He wanted to go out this way. He wanted it to be a party. He didn't want nobody sad. Okay, they called it the final show. And this is the weird part for me. There are people in the world who do have these public funerals, and I feel like any funeral that's an open casket is still, you still showing the body off. I guess it's the location that was weird. He wasn't in a coffin. They had his body propped up, standing up. So that part is different. We've also seen people do this. I've seen it before. I've seen people on motorcycles. I've seen people, sitting in chairs. So we've seen it before, that it happens, but I don't think I've ever seen one where it's an active party in the club. Usually they're propped up like in some kind of funeral home or some kind of memorial place or whatever. But this was a real nightclub, okay? And it was like he was hot in there. It looked like his body was sweating, but like he wasn't sweating. It's just different. And I do feel like having them propped up isn't the weirdest thing to me. I think the weirdest thing to me is it was at a club as if he was at a club. And to say this how he wanted to go out, I feel like, I know people say when I die, celebrate me. But I'm like, can we really celebrate your death when you was murdered? I feel like folk who die of old age, or if they have some kind of ailment and they know they're passing away, they say, hey, when I die, celebrate me. But I'm like, a 24-year-old should never tell anyone this is how I want y'all to celebrate me. Because like, why you think you're gonna be celebrated so soon? So I was like, what? Right? What in the world? What? Okay, a hot mess. Well, I mean, can I order a drink at the club if I help me coach? I hope the bar was open. Was it an open bar? Did I need cash? And it was, you seen all the folks standing around, and I felt like nobody knew what to do. And it's like, how do they promote this? It was like, was it promoted as like a memorial service? Was it promoted as a real funeral? Like, did they know they would come and the body would be there? I don't know. It was different. Oh my mama. I don't know why that popped in my head seeing this. My mama asked me about him as if I know him personally. I don't know this young rapper man or whatever, but when I kept seeing the videos, circulating social media that, oh, he was the person who passed away and they had a funeral at the club, his body was up in there, whatever. I'm like, well, that's different. Okay. But it's like, whatever. Those type of crazy ways been happening for years. Right. I get that. But I still don't know if I would say we at the club doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my mama. Oh, my hood. I look fly. I look, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay. So I don't know. Because people were like, calling it was disrespectful. They was kind of, going at the family. Don't come at us. That's what he wanted. My son wanted, my brother. I'm like, okay, ma'am. Okay. They took the last hurrah very literally. Very literally. There was a show on TLC showing a Black funeral home that did customized funerals. One guy had a barbecue smoker for a casket because he was known for cooking ribs. Okay. Said, yes, he was standing up. Which to me means they had to look. The last thing I want is to be at anyone's service and the body falls somewhere. Okay, I don't want to see that. So I do feel like they must have had something, holding his body for him to be standing up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why his sunglasses wasn't shades? I'm like, is his eyes open, Lord Jesus? I hope not. But that's crazy. Okay, you're crazy. Wow. No, the club was haunted. Well, he didn't die there. They just had his body there. I heard about this on the radio this morning. They could have celebrated his life by having a memorial in the club without having his body. True. Very, very true. But I mean, everybody do something different. Look. When I die a long time from now, don't put my body up nowhere, okay? Either have me a little funeral or cremate me, one or two, but I don't want y'all taking me nowhere and putting my body up nowhere. Like when Aretha Franklin passed away, here in Michigan, her body was, she had, we called it was a funeral tour. Okay, because she was in one place, then she was in another place. It was like a change. The outfits were different, the caskets were different. To me, that's doing too much. But it was Aretha. Okay, so people do different things for different reasons. And also this funeral was like 14, 15 hours. It was forever. I think it was started before I went to work. It lasted the whole day into the night. I was like, girl, bye. So folks do different things, but I do feel like, all funerals is the body being displayed in some kind of way. The difference is it was in a hot ass club, wasn't no caskets, and I felt like the drinks was probably flowing. Okay, it's different. I never heard of that before. I've never heard of one at a club. Hey, because I feel like bodies, I just feel like the bodies are in a casket and they there. Okay, they there. But if a body is standing up, if it get too hot and I don't know if the wind blow too hard, if the music is pumping loud and the bass can make the body, move and fall. Don't fall on me. Don't fall on me because I cannot touch. Look, when I was I always made like the 4th or 5th grade, my uncle passed away. And I feel like it must have been the first time I had seen the dead body or whatever. And I touched him. And it was the weirdest feeling ever. I had never touched a dead body. And since then, I cannot touch dead folk. I cannot. On my daddy dad, I could not bring myself to touch him once he had passed and, you know, was in high school or whatever. Couldn't do it. No, ma'am. So I'm like, you know, I would not want to be in a club at a funeral and the body fall on me. I'd be like, oh, Jesus, somebody get this body off. You know what I'm saying? I will freak the fuck out. So it's just not my cup of tea, okay? I saw a show on TLC with the guy loved the carnival, and they gave him a carnival themed funeral. Was he on the rise? Was he there too? Okay. I remember that. They do that in Trinidad. They also have the deads at the bar. Latino do this a lot for their death in their country. Okay. James Brown's funeral was as long as it takes to drive to New York to Florida, not cross country, honey. I heard Cloyd? I heard something that the nightclub owner wasn't aware the body was going to be there. Yeah, I seen that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I didn't know this part about it. All I knew was they wanted the space. Well, next time ask the questions, okay? It was for a whole Aretha funeral here it was a long time, okay? I'm from Jamaica, and I hope they don't start that trend. Oh, a clip, because I was like, a what? Clip or article. Black people so extra. All the time. We are all the time, okay? But again, we're gonna let the little boy rest in peace. Okay. Let's move on to Monique and Lee Daniels around here. Now, y'all know that Monique and Lee Daniels have been beefing for the past 13, 14 years since the whole fall off in the movie Precious. And Monique was very, 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 very vocal about how she felt mistreated and ignored and blackballed based on actions of Lee Daniels, you know, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey. What am I saying up being low? So she was saying she felt that way for a while. Okay. Talking to Patrick, not to Patrick, to Stewie. And so we have been hearing about that for a while. So recently we seen Lee, and I don't have a video. I'm not prepared at all, y'all. I do not have a video, but you seen it online. Okay, we've seen it. But we seen Lee Daniels, we seen Monique on stage. I believe it was at one of Monique's comedy shows, and he publicly apologized to her, you know, being sorry and apologizing for anything he's done, said that hurt her, you know what I'm saying, how it's been a while or whatever, how she is his sister, you know, and he loves her, how they're going to work together. And for me, I can appreciate him doing it publicly. I can appreciate him posting about it as well, because a lot of the situation was Monique feeling like things were happening behind closed doors. Okay. She was being, you know, it was hush. And so for him to publicly admit that, one, he was sorry, because to me that means he knew he did something wrong, and he brought up how it took him a long time to come to the realization that he had to be the one to apologize. I think either Tyler Perry or someone was saying how they, you know, did not want her blackballed. They did not want her to not work. So I do feel like recently she's been getting a lot of headway. We know that she's now going to be starring in a Netflix either show or movie that it was going to be Octavia Spencer, but she pulled out because her schedule doesn't match. So now Monique and Lee Daniels will be working on a play or a movie, or I think it's a movie. No, it may be a Netflix series that she's replacing Octavia Spencer in. And it's wonderful news. Absolutely wonderful. And my thing is, I am happy that Monique was able to get the closure that she needed. Because sometimes it's not even about somebody trying to right the wrong. You just sometimes want them to admit they were wrong in some kind of way and how it made you feel. So I can appreciate that. Now, thank you, Renee Cherry, for the super sticker. Thank you very much. I appreciate you very, very much. Hence, I keep asking you to review shows. Look, people are consistently asking me to review this show or that show. And if it's a show I watch and I don't mind talking about it, I will. Some stuff I just haven't watched or haven't seen. So it's like, I can't do it. But we shall see. But, thank you very much. Lita is now he's a stunt queen. I appreciate him for doing that because they really did her wrong. I think 50 Cent muscles Lee Daniels to publicly apologize, and I think industry will Still be cautious with Monique because she has a history of putting private conversations on blast. Actually, it was T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison, who was friends with both Lee Daniels and also Monique. Monique was on T.S. Madison's show. Well, Maddie, we call her Maddie, was on Maddie's show last year, where she was it last year? Within the past 6 months. I can't think of exactly what it was, but she was on Maddie's show and she spoke about what happened. She spoke about how it made her feel. She spoke about conversations done in prep. I believe she may even play the audio from Tyler Perry. So it started with TS talking to Monique. Then Lee Daniels and Maddie, T.S. Madison, did a show. Maddie did like a little car conversational situation or whatever, and Lee and her recorded an episode before, and they brought it up then. Now, that episode will be airing soon, so it actually wasn't 50 Cent. It was Maddie, and Maddie was upset because she said she felt like people was praising, 50 Cent. Oh, he brought it together, whatever. It's like, no, it wasn't him. It was Maddie. She was the one who, helped them have that conversation. So it's like, let them know, okay. Now him and Oprah need to pass the plate and give Monique some preparations for their act because she probably missed out on a lot of money. I agree and disagree with that. I don't feel like we can 100% blame Oprah, Tyler, and Lee. I feel like Monique has like 30% blame in that too. So I don't think they should like pay her reparations, but I do feel like they should, maybe help her get some roles. You know what I'm saying? If they have, because let's be honest, Oprah has pulled. You know what? I do not want Monique in nothing that Tyler Perry does. Nothing. Because Tyler Perry shows are shitty. So I do not want her anywhere near that. But I do hope that more folks will hire Monique just based on the fact that she's talented. And the kicker to me is 50 Cent saying how, people should hire Monique. She's talented. But he's had 18,000 shows, ain't booked her not once. So my thing be, don't boast about how other folks should hire her when you have 18,000 shows, sir, and you didn't hire her. You know what I'm saying? Let's not only put this on, Tyler, Lee, and Oprah when other people who supported Monique didn't hire Monique. And you can't say, I'm saying, so-and-so. No, nigga, hire her. Because, even though I can't stand 50 Cent, the Power Universe and other shows he has, BMF, because of the BMF and the Tommy Show, and the Ghost and Power and all these things. You could have been put Monique in somewhere, but you didn't either. And even when she was speaking up saying how, she shouldn't be blackballed, I still have not seen you book her for a role. Because she can easily play Monette's sister, okay, who we ain't know about. Okay, she can easily play Tasha's mama. Maybe not Tasha's mama. She can maybe Ghost mama. I don't know. But my thing is, 50 Cent could have hired Monique, but he didn't. Okay, he still hasn't. But I don't want Tyler Perry to put Monique in shit because I just don't feel like his TV shows are worth her talent. I think Monique is too talented to be on Tyler Perry shows because Tyler Perry has great actors, but he has shitty writing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm leave that be. Let's see. I bet Monique missed out on somebody. I believe she did miss out on money. Absolutely. But I don't want to fully 100% put that on everybody but Monique. Again, I give her like 30% blame and then 70 for, Oprah, Tyler, and Lee Daniels. So we shall see. She missed out on money, but if she played ball with promoting pressure, then she would have had a huge return. This is the thing that people don't get. This in business sometimes. Monique had every right not to want to do extra and not be paid for it. She had every right to not want to do these things. The back end of that is because you know how it's you either pay on the front end or the back end, and sometimes you do have to do things where you're not getting paid to get to the bigger bag. Let's say, for instance, YouTube. On YouTube, when you just started on YouTube, you're not getting paid. You know what I'm saying? You have to build up to start getting paid on YouTube. So sometimes you have to do the work for free to build up an audience or a need to want to pay you. So you don't have to do YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Some folks feel like it's not worth it because you're not getting paid up front. But on the back end is where the money comes in. It's where the money resides. Okay. And so Monique had every right to not do what she didn't want to do. But had everyone moved different, everyone could have made more money, including Monique. And we would not have missed out on her talent for so long. So I'm not negating what she went through. I'm saying sometimes you do have to do things you don't want to do to get better chances later, is what I mean. Exactly. Very low budget. I want to see Monique in the Power Universe. I love Sisters is good, but Sisters is it on hiatus? I think it's on hiatus. Sisters is good, but I don't Sisters. I need Tyler Perry. Monique did nothing wrong, though. I just want Tyler Perry to give her money, please. Lord, don't put her on one of her crappy, one of the crappy shows. But again, let's move on from this because we're just happy that they were able to, patch things up. We're happy that Monique has a whole new role. And I feel like from that, we can see how talented she is because Monique is talented. She's funny. She's a great actress. And when she does what she does, she's brilliant at it. And I feel like this is a teachable moment for everyone involved because I'm sure Tyler and Oprah and Lee learned a whole lesson, but so did Monique. And Monique learning a lesson does not make her wrong. It's just sometimes things happen and you got to move on. Let's quickly touch on the Will Smith of it all. I'm thirsty. Will Smith resigned from the Academy for one. And folks said, what does that mean? Will Smith being an Academy member means he's able to vote on movies. He's able to screen movies early and all of that. So when he quit, he's no longer able to do those things. So he can't vote for movies to win whatever award with the Oscars. It does not mean that he can't be nominated. It does not mean that. But the Academy is still going to have to vote on what they want to punish him with. Will he be suspended? Will he be like what we don't know yet, okay? But he again resigned from it. It's like, I'm gonna leave it be. We also found out that Netflix put his movie Fast and Loose on hold. They say Sony is apparently putting Bad Boys 4 on hold. Now, when they said that, I said, who said that? Why? I want to see Bad Boys 4. I love Bad Boys. Look, I'm not mad at Will. Don't make me suffer. And I can't see Bad Boys 4. I can't see him and his son battle. I want to see Bad Boys 4. Okay. I do look. I just wanted to add he resigned. Those two movies are on hold. I still feel like, that's on bullshit, but whatever. They're saying the source said that Jada has said she, didn't think Will's backing him was right. And I feel like that ain't true. I feel like there's no source who would say what Jada said that's true. I think that I feel like Jada, who the source also said, she still supports her husband, but she acknowledges and so does Will that smacking Chris wasn't right. I'm like, I don't really care. Leave it be. Whatever. But I'm like, I need them to, not cancel Bad Boys 4. And I'm gonna say this will probably be my last time speaking about it until they give whatever decision for the Academy. I don't feel Will smacking Chris warrants movies being paused or canceled. I don't. I don't think anything should come out like tomorrow. I think there should be like some time for him to figure shit out. Yes. The fact that, because Will Packer did an interview with Good Morning America, he brought up how even Chris didn't want to press charges. Chris did not want Will put out the building. Chris was like, it's fine, I'm leaving, it's fine, fine. Chris Rock hasn't spoken on it much at all. I feel like Chris Rock wants to move past it. I think he wants to speak on it from his point of view when he wants to, and it's fine. I think his brother speaking on it and called his brother Tony Rock calling Jada a bitch to me was stupid. Like, that's why your brother has clapped. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. I can respect Tony Rock for wanting to ride for his brother. But if my brother hasn't commented yet, if my brother hasn't, like, did whatever, I'm going to follow suit. Unless someone directly asks me or whatever, I'm going to be. I felt like Tony Rock is capitalizing and gaining monetarily on his brother's pain. Because Chris is on tour and did not really speak on it much at all. So for you to have a whole set and your set about, you gonna smack my brother because your bitch, I'm like, why she gotta be a bitch? And that's the thing, but so okay, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't feel like all this cancel. I'm like, that man ain't did shit wrong in 30 years. And I just seen something either on Twitter or maybe on Instagram how people, did Bondi say it? Maybe Bondi liked it. They were saying how people want to cancel Will. People want to be pissed at Will for the one mistake he made. My friend Janice posted about it on Facebook where I saw it. People want to cancel Will and this for one moment of him losing his cool, but y'all still play our brother Kelly. Y'all still want to defend Bill of the Cosby, who had multiple victims over 30 years. And you have Will, who did one thing once to one person who acknowledges wrong, and y'all want to, cancel Will. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, whatever. And while I am also over it, I also feel like let Will Smith live. I think people want to villainize him, and it's just so aggravating. It's so aggravating. And I don't like it. I really don't. I want to, I've said before that I want to reiterate, him smacking Chris was wrong. Hard stop. Point blank, period. But I'm not going to cancel him and villainize him for that one moment that he, made a mistake. When you look over his 30 years in the game. So he said, miss me with the bullshit. I was upset about Bad Boys being put on hold. Because I'm like, what? That's put Martin Lawrence shit on hold. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I don't think the movie has to be done tomorrow. It takes if they do the movie this year in 2022, we ain't gonna get it to 2024. We would have forgotten about the smack by the time it comes out. So it is making me mad. So they can't recast Will. Hell no. Hell no. You could not Bad Boys is a legacy movie. Okay? You can't do that. Marcus is Martin Lawrence. Okay? That's what it is. And why can't I think of Will's character's name in the movie? Why can't I? And I feel so dumb. But I love that my mind is going blank right now. But no, you cannot replace him. No, not at all. Why I think putting his movies on hold is stupid. They are losing money on something they already spent money on to produce. That does do that's a loss. Oh, it's a loss for Sony. Jada can't control Will. I'm leaving that. We not gonna say Jada should have stopped him, but she didn't, and it's fine. And Will did what Will did. Hard stop. I don't think that Jada knew he was going to go up on stage to slap Chris. Boom. Cancel culture. Mom was calling for Will to be punished. Movie studios acted accordingly. No, they did not. Cancel culture is some bullshit. You can kiss my butt. Allegedly, Mario Lopez hit someone before his wife. A lot of folks have hit people before. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people who are in the academy, who are actors and rappers and singers and whatever else, and producers and directors, have hit and stolen and abused and all kind of things people. And that's what it is. I agree they didn't cancel all of the men who were accused of. I do believe Tony Rock is clout chasing as well. Okay, I was like, it gets on my nerves. Don't forget, we always stick up for our family, regardless if they're safe, something or not. Boom. Okay, your uncle beat your aunt, or your aunt beat your uncle. You know what I'm saying? Folk don't say shit about that. Okay, but I'm going to leave it alone. Ooh. Okay. I skipped over some comments. I'm like, here's what it is. And this is my thing. Right. Thank you. Mike Lowry. Okay. Not Mike Larry. Mike Lowry. Okay. I want to be like Mike. Again, I'm a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a fan of him because of his career of not being a problematic person. And one situation don't, change. That's like, if that's the case, if I slap somebody tomorrow, y'all gonna hate me too? Cancel Jaylee. She hit so-and-so. It's like, I know, but y'all ain't never seen me hit nobody before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not one to be fickle and love someone on Tuesday, and when they make one mistake, it's all of a sudden, cancel him. He's horrible. All I know is bring me Bad Boys 4. I want my movie. Tony Rock is so lame for the clout chase excursion he is on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was more surprised there were 10 Rock brothers. I feel like they look like it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, when my thing is this: you follow suit by who it happened to. And if the person who it happened to ain't speaking on it, you shouldn't either. That's how you support family. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't support your family by adding fuel to the fire. Because at the show, when Will said, keep my wife's name out your mouth, and Chris said, I will. I feel like Chris will not speak on Jada. I feel like Chris is going to speak on the situation that happened. But Chris's brother having his own comedy show and starting his show about that, as if it's in defense of your brother, not to clout chase off of the situation. That's what made me mad. You know what I'm saying? So, you follow suit of your brother, and Chris ain't said shit. And I'm still processing it. Eventually I'll talk about it. And that to me means my brother ain't said shit. I ain't gonna say shit. But again, I support my brother in what he wants to do. And when my brother speak on it, then I will. But I'm gonna leave that be. Let's move on to the next topic because there's things to discuss. But first, y'all should really like the video. Because liking is the thing to do. Quick Kardashian update. Kourtney has married Travis Barker. I was like, oh, did she now? Okay. They were in Vegas. And, the Grammys were in Vegas. We already recapped the whole Grammys or whatever. The Grammys were in Vegas. He was there. He played with her. And they said after the Grammys, the couple went and got married. They went to a little chapel, said that I do's or whatever. Now, this is the thing. They do not have a marriage license. So I'm like, it's not legal. It's not legal. Okay. So they're not playing with marriage, whatever. But like they I guess they're married in the eyes of God. If they gave a vow to God to be married or whatever, it's just not legally binding. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that's what I just said. It wasn't legal at all. You know what I'm saying? They just went there and, had some fun. Elvis married them and that was it. But if they get a marriage license, I think within 30 days, it might be legal. But I can't see Courtney not having a whole wedding because she has not been married. He has. This will be her first wedding. But I'm like Courtney guy. I'm like that ain't real. I'm like I said they probably did it, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like legal. It was some bull of the shit. Courtney is married how Yandy is not legally. Lord, that was just funny. I think that's the Kris Jenner ploy to come to us with the bull. Honey, Kris Jenner is always coming to us with some bull of the shit, okay? But let's kind of move on to beside, of the Kanye West, the whole Kardashian of it all. Let's move on to Kanye West, who has dropped out of Coachella, okay? Now Coachella it's April 15th and the 24th, I think it is. So Kanye West was supposed to headline on the 17th and the 24th, but now he will not be headlining. Now, while they have not said why he pulled out, that means he won't be performing, and neither will Travis Scott, because Travis Scott was going to perform during Kanye's set. So he dropped out basically 2 weeks before the show. So Coachella has to replace him, basically. I'm like, well, I mean, you can put Snoop Dogg in there, okay? What other rapper could come and rap? I just want to hear Snoop. Maybe Jay-Z. Maybe. Even J. Cole. Even though J. Cole just had the Dreamville festival. I don't care about Clear Folks. I don't care about the Clear Folks either. Who said that? Lord, not the Clear Folks. Good. Only like five. Look, he just like because Travis wouldn't give him the address for the. Y'all is mad of the sea, okay? I really hope he died before me because he's getting some inpatient therapy. I said hopefully he's somewhere meditating, okay? Because he needs to meditate. Because Kanye West be on some bull of the shit all the time. And I also feel like you never know which Kanye you're going to get. Is it going to be college dropout Kanye or this weird ass Kanye? Not go check on Scott. I feel like Scott should be over Courtney because Scott has had multiple girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? And Courtney this is her second boyfriend or whatever. I do think Scott, is done. I think Scott should have always known Courtney not gonna marry you right now. And who knows, she may marry Travis today, divorce Travis in a week or in a year or in 5 years or whatever, and move on. Have Dr. Dre do a Super Bowl before? No, I don't want Dre. I don't want him. Add Mary J. Blige. We know it's a rapper. It gotta be Ludacris. Add Ludacris and T-Pain. Bring out a little bit of Lil Jon. Okay, maybe some Mobb Deep. Ooh, Outkast. Dog. If Big Boy and Andre 3 Stacks was to agree to do Coachella for the 2 weekends, I will fly to LA myself today, okay? Ooh, yes. That's where I want. I don't want Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne be mumbling. If he gonna fully rap, I'll say yes. Not the ancestors won't forgive Kanye for the MAGA shit, and until he do right, everything he do is gonna crumble, okay? Is he dropping out because Coachella is ungodly? I don't know. Nope, just have for his left head. Like, I think time-wise, it may not, work out. You going? Let me know how it is. Okay, let me know how it is. You see how they acted with Bay. They never need that. Look, we don't talk about. I would not be frequenting any concert, especially in big crowds. Yeah, I'm not. Had Tim Swift be bring a lot of versus people. Y'all know for Easter Sunday they're gonna have BB Winans and CC Winans versus Mary. So I will be live after that on Easter, okay? But let's move on to other Kardashian type mess because it's always some mess around here. Blac Chyna, okay? Blac Chyna is not really a part-time mom with Dream. She's also still suing the KKK Kardashians, okay? So we know that was the last week when what's her girl name? China posted about how, she had to send back 3 of her cars because she's still a mom. She don't get no help here, there, and everywhere, and with her kids or whatever. And then we seen Rob and Tiger put up how he paid 37,000 in schooling. He has his daughter from this day to that day, whatever. So which made people feel and think, oh, so that means that China have her daughter and her son like once or twice a week. That's crazy. And but the agreement, the child agreement that they put place back in 2019, 20, I don't know, before. I may have a screenshot of it. Let's see what date it was. Because I'd be liking to be, kind of correct and not be kind of wrong. So it says back in March, I think it's supposed to be March of last year. It was said they agreed to split custody 50-50, but it's true Rod will have Dream more of the time. That's why he stopped paying child support then. Okay, so the thing about it is, where is it? He does have Dream from like Tuesday through Saturday. However, they alternate every other week. So he'll have her for that time during the week, and then she'll have her on the weekends. And then when it's her week, she'll have her Tuesday through Saturday or whatever, and then he'll have her the weekend. So they alternate time. And the reason he does not pay child support is because 1, they alternate, and 2, he does pay all those other things. So it's not that she doesn't have her daughter except on those weekend days, is that he did not say, I have my daughter on these days every other week. Okay. So he implied some shit that wasn't really true. But at the same time, it still means that you don't get child support for a reason. So this is only that we know for her and Dream. We don't know what's going on with her and Tiger and King. So they had 50-50. So again, he does have her Sunday through whatever, but every other week. He does pay for her schooling. He does pay for her medical stuff. So that is why China does not get child support. They agreed that each parent would pay the cost of living when the child was in their care. You know what I'm saying? So, she did not say they were wrong, and I think she only kind of responded a little bit laughing at what Tiger said, not what Rob said. Okay, but not Chris basically paying 50-50 no support still. Yeah, but the agreement is, that's what they are. For what she has one other. Well, no, that's so you may have put that before I was talking. Okay, so yeah, no, she doesn't have her 1 day a week. She has it 1 day a week when it isn't her week. When it is her week, she has her daughter the full week. And a lot of parents who co-parent and had 50-50, they do the whole week on, week off, week on, week off, week on, week off. But again, it still makes sense to why she doesn't get child support, at least for Dream. Again, don't know about King and Tiger. Now, as far as her suing the KKK people, that's Chloe, Chris. It's Chloe, Chris, Kim, and Kylie who China's suing for. Now, y'all know that show she had, her and Rob, who was pregnant with Dream, called Rob and China. They had 1 season. They were greenlit for season 2, and the reason she's suing them is because she's saying that Chris, Kim, Chloe, and Kylie used their influence to convince E to cancel the show even after it was greenlit and approved for season 2. That they, coerced them and they kind of used their pull to get the show put off the air, saying, hey, if y'all film season 2 of this show, we will not film for our Kardashian show, which is why there's at least Blac Chyna saying her show got canceled. And that happened back in 2017. And so she said, I want my money. Okay. Now we know Rob dropped his assault case against Chyna, saying, I'm going to focus on my daughter and not with her mother. And Chyna said, not me. I'm going to sue you and your sisters and your mama, because her thing is, y'all stop my bag. And even though Chyna can be whatever, I still feel like she is 100% rightful in wanting to sue them, because they did use their influence to show cancer. I 100% believe they told E, if y'all keep shooting with her and him, we will not shoot our show. I 100% can believe them saying that, because they seem like, and they have acted like those kind of people forever. Okay, and it's some bullshit. So I think China should sue them. I really do hope that in the court documents they show whatever proof they have, because it's supposed to be proof of these conversations. I want to see it. Okay, I want to see it, because it can be bullshit, and she is owed money because that show was a top-rated show, and the only reason E News would ever cancel the show is because they did not want to upset someone else. And they would have lost money had they not been able to use, because at the end of the day, Chris, Kylie, and Kim and Khloe were the ones who's really on the show for the Kardashian show. So I can 100% believe they said, if y'all do that, we're going to stop filming. So it's either us or her. They show was on the air for 20 seasons. 20 seasons. And you mean to tell me that the Rob and Chyna, she was pregnant with the first child who would have the Kardashian name, okay? Because all of the other ones are not Kardashians. Okay, you got the Wesses, okay, True the Thompson, Courtney kids are all distant kids. No one else has the Kardashian name except Dream. So no one can tell me that a show about the one male Kardashian, his girlfriend at the time, and their daughter would not have been primed for a good 3 or 4 seasons unless someone, his sisters, said, no, not on our wives. So it was on bullshit, okay? Get it, late her money. I believe in low-key after her friends, Kim's sister effed her baby daddy. She deserves that bag. Ryan Seacrest can be deposed. He can be deposed too. I'm here for it. Not which face, because we don't know which face he'll use. I believe it too. Not so much Chris though. I don't see her stopping money on it. The reason Chris would do it is because Chris and them would have made more money off the Kardashian show. That was their moneymaker. They used that show to not only promote themselves but their brands. That whole show was a marketing tool for their clothing line, makeup line, kids lines, whatever they had going on. That was a money-making show. And I think Chris fully knew that the network knew that. And I'm not saying any of this is fact. It's my opinion. Okay? It's my opinion. And I fully believe Chris would know E doesn't want to lose us. So we can definitely bargain our show for Chyna and Rob's show, which is only had 1 season. We've had, at that point, it probably maybe like 13, 14 seasons at that point in time. So I fully believe Chris was willing to risk, saying we won't shoot our show, because she knew E would choose them. Which is why Chyna and Rob's show was canceled, and that show had like 8 more seasons. Girl, I believe it. Okay, dirty. I wonder if that's why Kardashian left E and went to Hulu. I feel like they left E and went to Hulu because they outplayed E. They not outplayed. They outgrew E. The Kardashians on Hulu, when they had the whole thing, we're leaving E, it's the end of era. No, it's not, because y'all taking the same content and just putting it on a different network. And because it's on Hulu, which is streaming, it's less censored. And Hulu probably figured all the folks who have been watching, on E will now watch with us, and we don't have to censor them as much. And then you had the whole thing with Kanye being this, Kim dating Pete Davidson, you know, Courtney being with who's that man's name? Travis Barker. So you have all these things they're now being so open with because they want folks to come over to Hulu. And I'm torn between because I have Hulu, do I watch it and rip them to shreds every week? The same way I watch Bad Boy stuff and rip them to shreds. Like, do I watch it and like, you know what I'm saying, every week? Or do I continue to ignore it yet? So I don't know. Not only did Kylie take her baby daddy and her not her show, get your bag, Chyna. Let her get her bag, and they are starting all the drama for the new show. Yeah, fully, okay? Because the fact that they like, we don't want to show our lives, we just want, privacy, but you are doing a whole show about what your lives. That's what it is. Had Rob and her broken up at that point, why would she want to film a show with someone she isn't getting along with? No, they didn't break up until after the show had been canceled. But this is the thing. Even if her and Rob had broken up, so what? Courtney and Scott were together, broken up, had kids, all that stuff. Their whole show has been showing them with who they were with, who they broke up with before and after, showing them how to co-parent. I don't think Chyna and Rob show had to be canceled if they broke up. Because a part of the story was about Rob and her and what was going on. But to my knowledge, I think they broke up after the show had been canceled. And it was because also, allegedly, she's saying allegedly, the mom and the sisters were telling the producers or whatever, or the powers that be, that she was beating up on Rob. So there was a lot of stuff that was going on that her point is they were saying things and doing things to ruin them from wanting to work with me. It's her issue. So her bag was gone. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to leave that be. Like I believe she may still be suing Rob for posting new photos of her. Because don't forget, he posted the photos of her either getting surgery or after surgery on his social media. Please rip them to shreds. Look, if I watched the Kardashians on Hulu, I feel like it would be hilarious because I wouldn't take any of it serious. So, but Scott was always a part of the family, though. Rob and Chyna can't be compared. But I think they can. Like, Scott was a part of the family because he kept being around. This is the question. Had Rob's sisters not tried to rip Chyna to shreds and ruin her how they've done other females around them, who's to say that Chyna and Rob could not have had a better co-parenting relationship? I think so many people forget how horrible they talk about Scott. Scott chose to stay around. And the same way anyone they're cool with that they fall out with, you just start to hear negative things about them. So I feel like the sisters and the mama, okay, wanted her out of their life. The same way they were upset when she got pregnant because they knew at that point, damn, now we stuck with her. And if he stayed with her and God forbid she get pregnant again and have a boy, and then it's a boy with the last name, oh God, what do we do now? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we can't act like we haven't seen the Kardashians try their best to ruin people who they just don't want around anymore. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean Chyna's perfect at all, because she has her flaws. However, we ain't gonna act like we haven't seen how the Kardashians move. You know what I'm saying? And boom, Chyna was friends with Kim. Chyna and Kim were friends when Chyna was with Tyga. Kim's little sister then started fucking Tyga. Them ladies over there has a history of doing that wild shit. So when I report on what's going on, I'm like, we can't just, it ain't this what's on the surface. It's stuff under there that we have to remember. If anyone don't think that them sisters wasn't trying to get China as far away from Rob as they could, then y'all crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. Right. You know, we have to sometimes let it be known, okay? But let's move on to my next topic. And what is it? I don't remember. Oh, Tasha K. You know what I'm saying? No. Before Tasha K. So with Chyna suing the sisters, okay, with that and the mama, the Kardashians filed a motion that during the trial, they don't want Chyna's attorneys or China to be able to reference them as billionaires because they feel like, oh, if she talks about us and how rich we are during the trial, that will sway the jury to look at us as these rich people who don't matter. She just, poor black woman I'm like, bitch, if you think anyone in the jury is not aware of how rich y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. Everyone is fully aware of how rich y'all are because y'all say it all the time. Y'all put yourselves on magazine covers as, billionaire or whatever. It's like no one has to say out their mouth the Kardashians are worth millions or $1 billion. No one has to say that, but they're filing motion to not be able to say that in court. To me, this shows y'all want to be rich and famous until it works against y'all. Y'all want to put your houses and your family and your trips all over social media. When Chloe posted her kitchen, her pantry, and the shit looked like a fancy ass grocery store, but y'all don't want to mention in court that y'all are rich because that could sway the jury. That could sway the jury, but not y'all posting on social media these shopping trips, the trips. When y'all took the whole family plus 50 of the folks on a trip to out the country during COVID on private flights, but y'all don't want the jury to be told in the trial that y'all are rich. Bitch, miss me with the bull of the shits. Unless y'all walk in court in fashionable clothes, it kills me that rich folks love being rich until it matters. Because in court, y'all rich, influential asses use y'all rich influence to cancel the deal she had. And at that point in time, because let's get this straight, Chyna not rich. She isn't. I mean, she's probably comfortable, but she has to keep working. The Kardashians don't have to work. I was like, yeah, you kidding me? You kidding me? Okay, they're going to show up in London fog. They go to court. Right, Kim was robbed in Paris, in Gay Paris. Okay, just a few years ago they were posting on how Kylie was a billionaire because we're hoes. Just like they want to be black women until it's time. Okay, Richmond's convenient. Okay, they're going to know just by your corporate fashions. Okay, because they not gonna come dressed regular. They not gonna come in like jogger pants and sweaters. No. Also, they're trying to sue Spice because she made this song. Right? They want us to believe they're living on pennies. Why are they trying to hide it now? They're trying to work harder. They can wear Yeezys and look homeless. Please, they want to play down their money now after Kim told people to get your ass up and work. Okay, get up and work. And I'm sorry if y'all took that to mean the wrong thing, but bitch, you said it. It was taken out of context. They are rich and convenient, and Blac Chyna just had to sell the 3 cars just to get back. Just to get back. I'm telling y'all, The Kardashians they are shiesty individuals, because to file a motion to say the person who's suing you should not be able to reference the fact that y'all are billionaires is crazy to me, because y'all reference that shit on a regular basis. You don't even have to post that y'all are that rich. The things y'all post shows us this. Okay? Get out of my face with your bullshit. Okay. Anyway, let's move on, because I didn't want to be on this long. But let's get into Tasha, okay? Y'all know Tasha K lost her case against Cardi B. She owes Cardi B $4 million. So Tasha K at the time when she lost the court case was saying how she was not going to take down, remove any content that she had up about Cardi B unless the court ordered her to do it. The court said, okay, checkmate. So the court put forth an order, judge signed it, that she had to remove any and all defamatory content about Cardi B, and she's blocked from being able to repost any of that content. And the thing about it is, when Tasha K made them videos a couple years ago, she's already really made her money from that. So I never got why she never took it down. I guess it was her just, I don't know, being defiant. So now the court is saying take it down, take it all down, and that is any content on any first social media platforms that references Cardi B in any negative way has to come down. And I feel like the reason they're saying she can't repost it is because, Tasha K has her own website and app. So anything if she was told to take down from YouTube personally, she probably thought I can repost this shit on my website because that's my shit. And they said you can't repost it. I mean, she can't make more money off of what she's already said, even if it's not content speaking directly about the allegations of Cardi, having diseases or whatever. She can't put anything up. I was like, damn. And I don't think she can put up anything going further. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn, Tasha K, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard. But can Tasha keep her judged content? That was Nash, thanks for look, this is the thing about, I didn't ever think Tasha K was millionaire rich. I felt like she was very, very comfortable and able to move as she wants. So I do feel like her in this $4 million judgment was probably tough on her. And now her having to remove content, is what it is. And I think her saying, I ain't got it. I don't think she has it. And she gonna probably fight if she can't anymore. And I'm like, well, that's on you. She ain't got it. They nitpicking. Technically, they're not, because if I sue you for these things you said and I won, what you said should be taken down because we now know it's not truth. So, it's hard to say they're nitpicking when, truthfully, this is the crazy thing. Tasha, by the time Cardi even was starting to sue her, had already made whatever money on those videos already. Had she took them down and not went to court and was sued about it, it would have been that. However, now that she left them up, went to court, lost in court, owes almost $4 million. The money she made on the video, she gonna lose because she now owes Cardi B the money. You could have saved yourself the $4 million judgment had you just take them down 2 years ago. Because again, you had already made your money. So it's I get it from a YouTuber standpoint of, if I've already made my money off these videos, but these videos are causing me issues, I'm taking the shit down just to alleviate me having to deal with whatever else is going on. However, if you just don't want to back down and you want to be really badass, then do what Tasha did. You know what I'm saying? And keep them up. And you just have to, because she could, you just have to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for Tasha. She did this to herself. She was doing too much. They can sue on the basis of what we already know. And Spice used her first. Oh, I don't know what happened with Spice stuff, so I can't really comment on that. 'Cause I don't have the details of it. Okay. I don't think she reported anything. They just trying to be her ass. Well, no, I think the issue is people repost stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you're forced to take something down on YouTube because of YouTube's rules and guidelines, that does not mean that your content that you can't re-upload it on Patreon or on your own app, your own website. So the reason they're saying you can't repost the Cardi content because that's the content in question. So I think that's the reason them saying you also can't repost it somewhere else to then make more money on it. So that's just by law, okay? Tasha made her bed, not honey. I bet she just put the videos on her Patreon or her own. And I think that may be why they said she can't repost them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everything is a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that. Deneva said she didn't have the money months ago before the, you know, don't when you go to court, they have to evaluate your financial. They do. However, that does not mean that they will only award someone what you can afford. You know what I'm saying? Sure, Chester couldn't cash. Cardi asked 3 times to take the videos down. You know, it's a learning lesson. You know what I'm saying? Of what you can and can't do. Now, speaking of learning lessons, let's move on to Cardi B deleted her social media. Okay, so Cardi, y'all know the Grammys were Sunday, and for some reason, my mouth is so dry, y'all. For some reason, Cardi fans assumed Cardi would be at. Let's take a like the video real quick. I'm gonna go and get some water. Because I was thirsty. I'm like, my mouth too dry. Oh, Jesus. But I'm back. I hope y'all like the video. I give y'all time. Okay. Cardi B. So her fans assumed that Cardi would be going to the Grammys because she had, I think, 1 nomination, but Cardi had been on social media all week, I think, showing herself in New York. So I don't see why they thought she would go when she wasn't even in the state. And also, a lot of folk were nominated and weren't there. So I'm confused on why people was mad. However, fans, I'm going to say trolls. Fans disguised or trolls disguised as fans were really going at her. One fan said, you know, lazy ass hoe, get up and work. One fan said, I bet your son wouldn't like for you to be on your ass while teaching his fans and never up for music. And I was like, y'all brought up her son? It's weird to me how fans assume they can bully you into, I guess, being around. And Cardi made a video, like she was on Twitter as well, responding, saying, fuck you, this, that, and the other, saying some things in response. Because Cardi was pissed. And the video that she did, which I just not like uploading, was her saying, I never dropped any hints I would be there. Nigga, I was in New York and y'all knew the awards was like in LA or in Vegas. So y'all thinking I would be there don't mean shit, okay? And I also feel like Cardi really is at a point to where she needs someone running her social media just so that she, because it can be overwhelming when so many people feel the need to come directly to you and tell you what you should be doing. And I get it on like a little bit of a scale. Cardi B gets it globally. Okay, so I couldn't imagine people feeling like they had the right to tell me what I need to do on the scale that Cardi deals with that. Okay, and then to bring her kids into it is some BS. Um, and sometimes we get fed up. You know, as YouTubers, sometimes we get fed up. We just don't do videos. I'm saying we don't do videos for a little moment, and we, chill out and we come back. We have kind of regroup. And Cardi is at a point where I want her to allow someone else to run her social media, just so that she is not consistently getting that toxic energy into her body, because it can make you crazy. And that may be why she deactivated both her IG and her Twitter, was because she needed a break. I'm saying, I need a break, leave me be. But it's crazy to see the things that people were saying to her, because they was maybe she did. I'm like, Beyonce wasn't there either. Okay, folk wasn't there. It was weird. Like, and like she said, she's like, I had one nomination that I did not win. Why would I travel to go there when it wasn't really a reason for me to be? Like, I'm not promoting shit. Like, why am I there? If I did not win too. So it's weird. You know what I'm saying? Cardi is, let's see if I can't see how she made it on social media all this time. Because the more popular you get, the more crazy folk come out and want to come at you. And that's like on my ID page, only people following me can comment on my shit. Because when your page is open, strangers want to come and talk cash shit to you. So if you go and talk cash shit to me, you have to want to be a subscriber. I can then block your ass. But because she's famous, her page is just open to whoever. So I don't think she's extra sensitive. I think people who don't have folks coming at them don't get how hard it is to ignore it. And Cardi B is on a level that is way above me. Way, way, way. And when I see comments from people that's reckless, I want to go off. The only reason I'm able to not do that is because I don't get as many as Cardi does. So I can imagine if I got what she got, I might go off all day. I may just not have social media. I see how they say, I think Selena Gomez said how she has not been on the internet in maybe 4 years. Now, why I think she lying? Because I'm like, so how do you pay your bills? Because my bills are paying online. Like, how do you order like pizza? There's so much that is done that includes online shit. I'm like, so do you allow someone else to do your shit for you? Because it's something you can avoid without the internet. So while she may not have been on social media, in a while, she probably had somebody else posting for her on her page is cool. But I'm like, you ain't paid not nan credit card bill on the app online. You ain't ordered no DoorDash or no girl. I don't know. Someone needs to take time off social media and get some therapy. Her fans do. Why would soon Cardi will be there? She's not selling nothing. Okay. Cardi B fans thought she was nominated for best rap performance, but even if she was, her not going wasn't a big issue. It's crazy that people really feeling like, oh, I can say whatever. You can get punched in your throat. Okay, you can get Will Smith. Okay, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard because so many people want to feel the need to go off on you. And my thing is, I always say, when I do my videos, I am on my channel, give my opinion on folk. I never go to someone's page and say, you dumb, whatever. You know, I don't do that. As much as anyone aggravates me, I do not feel the need to go to their space to do that. I review my shit here. I crack my jokes here. And once you at someone, because if it's I don't have to at anybody, because my opinion about a show or a movie or a song or whatever or clothes, it's just me. It's for here. Once you want to take your opinions to those folk, and be in their faces or whatever, that's it's too much. It's the girl. Don't do it. And you don't expect your fans to do that, okay? Hey, hey. Y'all so quick. I skipped a whole bunch of stuff because it's a lot. Y'all so quick to say she's too sensitive. She should ignore, etc., etc. She's a normal person who has feelings and she ignores a lot. People shouldn't just leave her alone. And that's the thing. People don't get how hard it is to ignore people, and we shouldn't. No one should have to completely disengage from enjoying social media because other motherfuckers want to be rude and dumb. Okay, but I do agree, as I said before, she needs to hire somebody to run her social media, so that when she does get overwhelmed, they can just, you know what, handle this. I'll come back in a week. Just handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, YouTube and IG and Twitter are also free promotion. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to do that. So proud of your growth. Subscribe at 200. Thank you. Okay. Look, YouTube is a whole beast to go and grow. And then when I was off for the few weeks that I was sick, you have to kind of start over because the algorithm kind of knocks you out of your videos being in rotation and then recommending you or whatever. So it's definitely a whole growth process. And so that's why I say I know what it's like just to get 100 people coming at me, you know what I'm saying, with bullshit. So I can't imagine 100,000 folks coming at you or 10,000 folks coming at you. You dumb, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. And that's why I say it's good and bad in these things or whatever. But I don't think Cardi's, no. People need to not do that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do that. And it's not as if she did something that they were reacting to. They felt entitled, like, oh, how dare you not go to an award show so we can see you? And I'm like, that's why Beyonce, not even Beyonce, that's why so many, before Instagram and Twitter and social media, you did not have access to your faves. And this is why. Because people give you a bit of access and you feel entitled to get more. Oh, you should be at every award show, at every chance. You should be somewhere so I can see you. I always said before, people kept on bringing up how famous Michael Jackson was and how people were faint seeing him. I said the reason people fainted seeing Michael because they were seeing him in person. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't see them often. So seeing them in person was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Now we see folk every day on social media. If I seen Beyonce tomorrow, I wouldn't faint. I would say, oh my God, that's Beyonce. But because I see her on social media, I'm like, I know she's a real person because we see it so much now. Folks have this entitlement to just feeling like they are your friend. And because you're my friend, you should answer all my questions. You should be at every award show. You should review every show. Your opinion should match mine. And no one realizes that people are literally human beings. You know what I'm saying? So you should not take your energy to that person's page and your aggravation to their page. Don't do that. Leave it for you. If you're pissed, put that on your page. You know what I'm saying? Put that on your page. Don't take your energy to their shit. I never do that. I can't stand the Kardashians. I can't. I have never went and commented and said, y'all look so dumb. Oh, you were so dumb. I don't do that. I don't even do that with the Black ink people. I would love to tell CC and shit, but I say it here because I don't need to tell him how I feel. I'm telling y'all how I feel because you know what I'm saying. So that's the difference in my opinion. Famous or not, Cardi's entitled to her privacy and lack of attendance to something doesn't require her to give an explanation. Right. That's the crazy part. Okay. Cardi B stress won't show her son because of all the hate. Because hey, Shannon! I don't know nothing about nothing nowadays, but I found out today that Elmo's left. That's the guy. Is he? Elmo. Hell no. Anyway, I'm sorry. But it be some BS, okay? Cardi needs a burner account. That is true. But I feel like Cardi talks and they would know. I think Cardi also likes sharing her life. That's the hard part. Some people like sharing certain stuff. And you have to learn what to share and what not to share. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to protect certain things. And when you see how folks move and how they come at you, she showed culture eventually, and she shows culture more now because we see culture. But baby boy, because we don't even know baby boy's name. But it's because folks is weird. You know what I'm saying? And we hope that people will stop being such assholes, but they don't. So I would never blame Cardi for her reaction to people coming at her like she did something wrong. And she ain't even did shit. She ain't even did nothing. But they keep fucking with her, okay? Speaking of, but again, I think the last I checked her ID, let me see if she wrote it. But that was yesterday. Let's see, did Cardi B come back to social media? Oh, maybe not. No, she's not back. Because I put up Cardi, it's not there. Let's see Twitter. Is Twitter back? Is she back on Twitter? I don't know. Oh, nope, still gone. So yeah. Leave folks alone. Okay. Let's get into T.I. Honey. Speaking of people going up on stage and doing things or saying things and all these things, video of T.I. came out today of him fussing and cussing at a comedian. Okay, I'm trying to find my clip. At a comedian who was speaking on, the charges, the claims, the allegations against him. Y'all know what SA means, okay? Okay, so he was at a comedy show. Now, don't forget, T.I. was the one acting like Godfrey was a hater for, not wanting to see T.I. do some comedy at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? And Godfrey was bringing up how, someone come to your show and want something. So the fact that T.I. was cussing this lady clean out about, the allegations against it. Let's just listen and watch, okay?
Me for or no, shut the fuck up for a second. Hey, listen.
It's the shut the fuck up for me. First of all, I didn't know, and this is not to be funny, I did not know if the comedian was male or female at first because there was no clear indication on who the person was. Okay. However, I believe this is a female comedian. I hope I am not misgendering anybody, but I believe it's a female comedian. Okay. But you can't ever tell me shut the fuck up in that manner, and I don't dive on your ass immediately. Okay, but let's keep watching.
Charge me for or no, shut the fuck up for a second. Hey, listen, no.
Completely interrupting someone's show at a comedy show. Okay?
No. As many times as you joke on that shit, nigga, I'm gonna check your motherfucking ass as long as it takes. Nigga, when you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'ma stop saying something.
And first of all, I'm like, how the fuck he get a mic? Who gave him the microphone? That's what I was confused about. And the reason I did not know if the comedian was male or female, because he was talking to this comedian as if it was a dude. It wasn't until later on, which we're going to see, that I realized, oh, this is a female. But I'm like, the intensity in him speaking to this person is crazy to me, for one. And then two, who the fuck and how the fuck did you get a mic? How?
Charge me for. Or no, shut the fuck up for a second. Hey, listen. No. As many times as you joke on that shit, nigga, I'm gonna check your motherfucking ass as long as it takes. Nigga, when you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'ma stop saying something. Nigga, ain't no motherfucking case, ain't never been no motherfucking case, cause I ain't did nothing wrong, and my wife ain't did nothing wrong.
It may not have been a case that went to court, but we not gonna act like there were not allegations about you, your wife, and what could have possibly been going on, okay? And again, I still ask, how and why did he get a mic? And why are you interrupting someone else's set? And this is the weird part about it. We're at a comedy show. At a comedy show. At a comedy show. And is this worse than what Will Smith did? Let's go on.
And if you keep on playing with me, nigga, I'm gonna motherfucking continue to confront you publicly, verbally.
First of all, happy Award Day. We've never had a forum on crime. T.I.'s innocent. I truly believe it. Get it up for him. There is no charge.
I don't want to hear none of that shit. Don't play with me about that.
I haven't put his
Hey.
I got predator braids. Why does someone space in between his braids? I don't know.
I'm not. The one thing I am is a comedian. I'm not playing with you. See, now you're
Don't go up on stage.
misunderstood.
Don't go up on stage, T.I.
This is not a rap battle.
Oh,
This
he's
is
going up
not
on stage.
that.
Why is he going up on stage? Why are you going up on stage?
This is a motherfucking comedy show. And be clear, if I want to make jokes about something, I'll make jokes about something. Absolutely. And no, you're not going to tell me to shut the fuck up. It's my shit. This is my shit. Be very clear. This is my
No way. Get it back.
So this is the crazy part, because at this point, they start playing music. I got to put on my music because music was being played. And this is the crazy part. The fact that because this is the weird part. I feel like the people around them was like, what's going on? Could you see, security kind of walk up, like, what's going on? On stage, what's happening? Her saying, like, this is my show. I get time for the bullshit. I feel like everybody wondering what's going to happen. Why is he going up on stage? Do y'all see him going up on stage? Should he be on the stage? What is going on? Why he putting his hands on her? Well, why you hugging me? You just told me to shut the fuck up. What you doing? And he went up there because he wants the fucking attention. I was like, what is wrong? Okay, what is going on? Why is he fussing? Why? Okay, for what? Now at this point, they cut the music on, like real music. Okay, so I had to cut that out, put on my own music. And we can't hear what they're saying, but they're still fussing. But I feel like folk didn't know what was going to happen. So let's all stand close in case. Okay. And it wasn't until he came down off the stage and we see all these folks around doing shit. Okay. And foolishness. Foolishness ensuing. All the men around seeing T.I. cuss the lady out at the comedy show, go up on stage, hugging her. What if he put a this? What if? What if?
Tonight, give it up for one night only because this is my shit, nigga. Don't get it twisted. This is my fucking show, nigga. This is my fucking life, nigga. And I do motherfucking comedy. With me, I say what the fuck I want to say. And that's on my mama. That's on my motherfucking mother, period. Ain't nobody has.
Men came and sat in the middle of the stage and sat.
Cut that shit. Cut that shit. Let me make another motherfucking thing clear. We don't come on stage to disenfranchise nobody or to shit on nobody, especially no black people. So y'all won't put that on my body, on God. Y'all.
And I think what she meant by that is anyone trying to say, oh, I'm shitting on T.I. and Tiny, who are black people in the community. I'm shitting on them. No. However, this nigga here, this was in the news. I got a joke about it or whatever. You know, as we say, when you joke about people, you do not know who you're going to offend. So this is my thing. Even if T.I. was offended, even if Tiny there and she felt bad or whatever, there's a way to handle that. And to me, this was even worse than the Will Smith shit, because Will Smith and Chris Rock were two men, and I feel like the way he went at her, that's why I thought she was a dude. Because I'm like, is it a dude in the red wig? But it wasn't until I heard her voice and then seen her talk. I'm like, oh, that's a chick? Well, damn. I can't believe it.
Put that on my motherfucking body. I love this fucking art form. I love this craft. And I'm going to say what the fuck. Nah, get the fuck out of my face. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. Here's the reality. Doing comedy. Whatever the fuck is going on, y'all see some shit about me go viral. Guess what? For comedy, it's up for fucking grabs. And nobody is excluded from that.
So, they hugged a little bit and kind of, oh, it's cool. A hit dog will holler. But again, for me, it was the beginning of how he talked to her.
Charge me for or no, shut the fuck up for a second.
You can't go to someone else's show and say, hey, shut the fuck up for a second, and you fully interrupt their show. The only reason I feel like, to me, this was worse than the Will Smith slap is because it kept going. And you went up on stage, fakely hugged her, had the whole microphone. Like, I don't think you know this lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you know this lady. And I feel like people are saying that with Will, Jada, and Chris, there was backstory shit that had been building up that helped Will snap. That's one thing right there. I don't feel like T.I. know this lady. And if you are at a comedy show and what we're going to say look like a little shitty ass hall, okay? Because the walls don't even look painted. So it's just weird to me how T.I. went about checking her at her show about something that was actively in the news, whereas Will snapping on Chris, to me, was still, at least it was two men. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it there. And I'm not saying that a physical smack or whatever isn't a big deal. But you know, yelling is. I just feel like the intensity of him talking to this female comedian at her show was weird to me. It was also weird to me how the more it seemed he got upset, the more he walked up on stage, how no one even tried to intervene. Because, look.
Hey, listen. No. As many times as you joke on that shit, nigga, I'm gonna check your motherfucking ass as long as it takes. Nigga, when you stop talking about it, when you stop playing with me and mine, I'ma stop saying something. Nigga, ain't no motherfucking case, ain't never been no motherfucking case, cause I ain't did nothing wrong, and my wife ain't did nothing wrong.
And no one came up and tried to calm him down. No one came to stand beside her. No one tried to intervene, because my thing is, no one expected Will to slap Chris. It was calm shit the whole time. I feel like this shit.
T.I.'s innocent. I truly believe it.
It was tense. He done took his hat off, his predator braids out. Okay.
Hey. Don't play with me.
I'm not. But one thing I am is a comedian. I'm not playing.
He then said, don't play with me. He then walking up on stage, and not that man in there is at least walking up there to say, hey, T.I., don't do that. What you giving him the hat for? He hugging. Why you hugging her? For what? Okay.
Shit. Be very clear. This is
No, it ain't. It ain't.
So it's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay. And again, we can't control how people will react to any one joke. As I've said before, a joke is only not but I said a joke is only funny to those it doesn't offend. If it offends someone, no one can control how they react to it. And my thing about this is, but the fact that no one thought to come in and do shit. This man had a mic. Shut the fuck. It was this. It was you. That could have easily went way worse. I feel like at least with Will and Chris, Will walked up, action, came back, sat down, and that was it. And we still all feel bad for Chris, but I feel like seeing T.I. fully yell and cuss out and fuss with his female comedian is crazy to me. And I just can't believe nobody said, but let's calm T.I. down. And I also feel like when Denzel and Tyler Perry and whoever else was saying how they went to Will, that's the thing. Let's make sure he calm. And he don't go up there and cuss and fuss a little bit more. I have not seen y'all comments because there's so many. Let's see. T.I. needs to be dragged. That's a braid wig, not a braid wig. Who gave T.I. the microphone? That's what I kept wondering. It was too much of that Irish whiskey that they were promoting on the table. The disrespect is unbelievable. This is way worse than Will. You can't compare it. That was two men. And that's my only thing. That's the only reason I'm saying this was worse, because when two men go at it, at least it's mano y mano. But if Will had fussed like that at a female comedian, I would have been pissed, because I would have been pissed. So T.I. But are we surprised T.I. don't respect women? Is this surprising? No. What's worse is black men agreeing with Tip like that Tory mess. Twitter was a cesspool of fractured black male egos the last 2 days. Honey, it's crazy. You can't tell me to shut the fuck up with them braids. No, sir, not with them braids. Now if old girl go down and file charges because he touched her and it wasn't warranted unwelcome hug, she will be wrong. Because this is my thing. You can't be fussing at me in that tone and that manner, and then say, don't play with me a man, and then walk up on stage and put your hands on me. First of all, I'm swinging. I would have flipped T.I. Okay, it would have been a tussle. It would have been a whole tussle, because to me, we not out here shit like we not. No, it's we beefing right now. And 2022, this comedy need to change. Yes and no. I feel like people are aware of when they're doing too much. I also feel like there's a difference between comedians who are joking to be mean-spirited versus the assumption that Chris Rock had been joking at Jada's expense for years, that behind the scenes there was tension based on keep my wife name out your mouth, and then Will snaps, meaning if you have a history that isn't the best with someone, maybe don't crack jokes about them. Crack those on other folks around here. But I also don't feel like comedians should ever feel like if they crack a joke, they can be harmed. I don't feel like any female comedian should be on stage and feel like T.I. gonna come up and cuss her out and be all shut the fuck up because she cracked a joke on the allegations against him and his wife, which is common public knowledge. So I think comedy should still be the same, but comedians should also think too. If you beefing with somebody or there's bad blood, don't joke on them. Joke on anything else. if you and your wife are famous and a stranger comedian is cracking jokes on you, you should not go up there fussing with them. Now, T.I. know that lady, or Tyler know that lady, and she did that, and they've warned her before, hey, leave us out your shit, and she didn't, and he fussing. That's between them two. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like the way he spoke to her was completely horrible. Completely horrible. So it's not about comedy changing. It's about you still have to use common sense when cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go on YouTube and make a crazy video about someone I'm at odds with or someone who I know in real life and we, not on the best of terms, and I'm going to sit and throw jabs at them. I'm not going to do that because we have issues. You know what I'm saying? So, again, if Chris and Will and Jada had tension based on Chris consistently cracking jokes at Jada's expense, and he cracked that one last joke which broke the camel's back, that's different than comedians telling jokes on folks who they don't know. But again, that person you don't know may snap. So hopefully it's a good joke. Sooner or later, comedians won't be able to tell you don't talk. They can't. Again, it just depends. Okay, it just depends. I might not, but you can suck a dick. Anyway, somebody told Tiny to come get your husband. What happened to the First Amendment is based on you like being sued and shit. It doesn't mean the court of public opinion won't have a comment about what you said. But whatever. I'm glad she's on her own and didn't back down. This is my show, okay? And anybody can get it. Ain't nobody exempt. I know that's right. Well, I don't think anyone in Atlanta tries to calm T.I. down. How would you trying to be, honey? How? Right? How? How was it happening? I want to know what's going on. It's stupid. Okay. Very convenient. This came out after the Chris Rock thing. Wonder if she is affiliated with his label like Lil Duval. I had no idea. Good question, but I don't know. Okay, we're gonna leave that be. I'm trying to skip down to the end because I only have one more. Charges dropped doesn't mean innocence. Okay, don't we know that? The people who gave him the mic ain't shit. That is true. Okay, last story. Okay. Tory Lanez was arrested. He was in court today. Now, y'all know the whole thing with him and Meg, the case is coming up and stuff like that. The case, I think, starts in September, if I'm not mistaken. And he was in court today because they were saying, okay, that he was violating the no contact order, which is just basically a restraining order against Meg. And so, based on tweets he had put out and things he'd been posting on social media, the judge said, Tory, take your ass to jail. Okay. He was handcuffed in court, taken to jail, held in the confines of the jail. Okay. He had to pay a $350,000 bond to get out because the judge said you did violate the no contact order, which is basically a restraining order against, that Meg had against him. The original court order said that he could not contact or speak to Meg directly or indirectly. Okay, we on Twitter popping and shit. He was on Twitter. He had put on February 23rd. He said, okay, good dick had me fucking two best friends, and I got caught, and that's why I apologize for it. It's sick how you spun it, though. Okay, now this was when Meg, Tory, and DJ Academics was going back and forth on social media. And the crazy part is, while they were all going back and forth, Tory, you were the one who had a no contact order. So even if Meg and Academics was fussing back and forth, and it included conversations about you based on your court case that had happened that, set your court date for September, you should have shut the fuck up. But I feel like Tory has a history of feeling like, oh, I'm good. Because he had put up one point, like, the table. Something about a guy prepared a table for him. The table guy prepared him. He was in prison. Okay, it's in jail. They around there. Because it's what it is. But, he posted the the bond. He posted the $350,000 bond. So he's out now. But now the judge said, you can't post on social media either, because the post you're making is directed towards Meg. That breaks and violates the order. If you do it again, back in jail, more money. I was like, Tory, look, believe him or not, believe her or not, let's wait for the court case. Now, even though I seen it on I think it was on the Shade Room, or maybe we'll talk, how someone was saying, oh, in the court case, came out, the cops were saying there was a witness. Okay, the witness said, this is all allegedly. I didn't say this shit. They said that shit. Okay, they said the witness said they saw two men and a woman beating up on Meg, that the gun went off, and you seen the flash from the muzzle, and the female seemed closer to the flash than anyone else. So that person's trying to say that Kelsey was the one who did it. They also brought up how the gun had like 4 people's DNA on it, how the other female in question who was there had gunpowder residue on her hands as well. So Tory's people trying to blame this on Kelsey. They also said how the clip did not have Tory's fingerprints on it, which don't mean shit. That just mean Tory didn't load the gun. So I feel like everyone, it's just so much shit and info. We don't know who to believe or what to do. I just want it to go to court. I want to hear all the evidence. Okay, I want to hear all the evidence before I'm like, okay, this or that. I still look. We seen the lady foot. Something happened. We just need to know who did it. Okay, but Tory, shut up. Okay. Let me see. I want to scroll back up to some comments. Good one. Good. One black man. I'm glad to see be arrested. Right. Catch me in September. Yes. Send his short Napoleon complex ass back to Canada. Okay. They all, including the party, should be on the gag order because they all also should be talking an open case. This is true. However, as I said, the only person who was blocked from directly or indirectly coming at Meg is Tory. He's the one that mostly should shut up. I feel like most of the time, Meg and Party be responding to shit. And truthfully, I think this time it was DJ Academics who started this shit. Okay, so again, it's messy. I don't trust them. You don't trust who? You don't trust Tory. You don't trust T.I. Who don't you trust, Claudia? Tory Lanez arrest stripped to me because the judge took issue with Tory tweeting you in his tweet, meaning he was talking directly to Meg. Well, because of what he said. And you can't talk to her directly or indirectly. So the post he made was still something indirectly directed towards her. That's why I said, because he's the only one with a don't do this order. Just shut up. Let Meg pop her shit off. And if you feel like responding, let your lawyers respond, say anything, being said on social media, me as the rep for my client denied. I'm saying, I'm not saying that Tory doesn't have the right to say I'm innocent or whatever, even though he's never said that I did not shoot Meg, but he sometimes needs to let lawyers be the ones to respond for him. Okay, but also fuck Tory. But he can't even pay for his condo. Right, getting put out. We'll never know what happened at this point. I hope when everything comes out in court, we'll at least have more of an idea of what happened, even if we'll never know the full truth. The second one, remember, he came on stage with Lil right. Came on out there with Lil Baby, okay? They're also letting say there is a witness and the 2 men. I said that already. Kelsey is definitely going to be subpoenaed as a witness for who? Tory the DA. Probably the DA. Yes, DJ he got Tory in trouble. He gets everybody in trouble because he be on bullshit. I don't even think they know what happened themselves. At this point, they may all forget. Okay. I'm from Toronto. These little mamas love to pull guns on women here. Really? Oh. Oh, T-I-N. Tory or T-I-N it. Lord Jesus. But y'all, that is all I have for y'all. I did not mean to be on for 2 hours. It is late. It is bedtime for Bonzo, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed this long ass this long ass gotcha, okay? I thought it would be an hour. Okay, I thought it would be an hour and that's it. But until next time, make sure that you are subscribe to my channel. Okay, be a subscriber. Do not forget to like the video, comment in the comment section, share this when it's done. Hit that share button. Okay, follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner because that's the thing to do. I will have videos up tomorrow of Candy the Gang and also Bad Boys Club LA will be up tomorrow. And other than that, again, I hope y'all enjoy this time together. Okay. My throat real dry. I'm gonna go shut up like Tory should do because that's the thing to do. Other than that, I will see y'all and talk to y'all later. Peace, love, hair grease, and do not forget to love your neighbor. Okay, love your neighbor. Hello, bye.